Hey, CR here, and I just wanted to tell everyone that lately I've been throwing myself headfirst into the world of CGI animation. I've downloaded this free program called Blender and found some great tuts online. I especially recommend the one on Wikibooks. Of course, with the lack of education and top-notch technology, I can't really expect to work miracles. Did you know it takes anywhere between 6 to 90 hours to process a single frame in a Pixar film, even with a giant room full of computers? So I've been reaching for examples and designs in animation that I can actually pull off, namely stuff made about 15 years ago. But I did find something that gives me hope. A CGI cartoon so crappy that even I can tell you what they're doing wrong. But before I get into that, let me tell you about a little show I like to call Kablam! Now, Kablam was a variety show on Nickelodeon, hosted by two kids named Henry and June. You had regular segments like Action League Now, Life with Loopy, Sniz and Fondue, or The Offbeats. But much like Love American Style, I think Kablam is where pilots for unproduced shows went to die. Usually, once per episode, you get these in the form of a one-shot short. One of these was the Sizzagee, a globule of primordial ooze that was TV-budgeted CG animation that never solidified. But before I get into details, why don't I let the theme song speak for itself?
Once upon a time in days of old, a species flourished, so I've been told, called the Sizzagee.
Sizza-what?
The Sizzagee. But they were hunted down for their fluffy tail. They fought back bravely, but to no avail. That's the Sizzagee.
Sizza-what?
Sizzagee. So the last one ran away to the South Pole, where he froze his hiney in the icy cold. He was locked in the ice for a century, till a kid named Brutus came to set him free. And that's the story of the very last Sizzagee.
Sizza-what?
Sizzagee.
Sizza-what?
Sizzagee.
Why do I have such a strong hunch that the end of that song is where the guy singing it just lost it?
And that's the story of the very last Sizzagee.
Sizza-what?
Sizzagee.
Sizza-what?
Sizzagee! It's Sizzagee, you dumb bitch! What the hell have I been singing about for the last minute? You ask me one more time and I swear to God you get my ring hand. So we open up to our two characters watching TV. Oh man, they're doing what I'm doing right now. I've just formed an instant bond with these lovable rapscallions. First thing I notice is how off-putting this kid is. I mean, he's so thin, and all of his body parts seem to be disproportional to themselves. When you make olive oil look structurally sound, you got problems, man. Plus, I've seen Japanese sex robots with wider ranges of emotion. The Sizzagee's alright, I guess. Looks like a combination of Alf, Wile E. Coyote, and a Pikmin. So anyway, they're watching another Crocodile Hunter parody, who makes a startling claim.
But maybe the Sizzagee isn't really so extinct after all.
Say what?
Everyone knows the Sizzagee's favorite food is Caesar salad.
Duh, it's the last question on the state driver's exam. Which would probably explain why driving in Arizona is so dangerous.
Well, this crouton I found here in the Amazon jungle tells me there may still be one Sizzagee left.
High five! There's another Sizzagee. I'm not extinct. Get packed, Brutus. We're going to the Amazon.
Shiz, reality check? We can't just go to the Amazon.
You're right. We've got to find your dad's frequent flyer miles first. Start tearing the house apart.
Okay, freeze. Do you see that? You see that shadow? That shadow means that the animator moved the object past the camera, but not past the light source. So if you were to turn the camera around 180 degrees, you see all this stuff he threw just floating in the air. Then there's the weird way this thing flies, going in one direction and then the other.
Back and to the left. 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 Back and to the left.
So after a quick plane trip and a jungle scene that's just plain trippy, the two come across a scent.
It's Caesar dressing. It's coming from over here. I never knew love like this before.
Well, you would have if Pixar's Newt hadn't been scrapped.
Hello, my sweet, sweet Shizette. Where have you been all night? That's weird.
She's a fake, Shiz! It's a trap!
Nope, the giant Muppet with the flap mouth is still a better effect than that kid.
It's a trap.
But really, how was the fuzzball supposed to know it was a trap? She looks just about as lively as any other character in the show.
This is all your fault, Brutus McBrutus.
My fault? It wasn't my bright idea to come here.
No time for apologies. Just get me out before Clive Cackett gets here.
Here, Shiz, rub this butter all over yourself. It'll make you slippery so you can slide through the bars.
Where did you find a stick of unwrapped butter in the Amazon? Ask a stupid question. But unfortunately, the two end up switching places. And to make matters worse, not Steve Irwin is on his way to examine the trap.
Save yourself, Shiz. Don't worry about me. When Clive sees I'm not a Sizzagee, he'll let me go.
I like the way you think.
Look at that beautiful, rare, short-snouted, and short-tailed extinct Sizzagee. She's gorgeous.
Excuse me?
Listen, that sound she's making and that glazed expression on her Sizzagee face means she's going to have a baby.
You don't understand.
You're okay, girl. You're all right. We're going to take good care of you at my splendid species zoo.
Okay, I realize he's clearly panicking at this point and is now pulling shit out of his ass with more gusto than G.G. Allen. But he does realize that even if people bought the fact that the boy was a female animal, he kind of promised on camera that there was going to be a baby sometime soon. Clearly, not a man who looks ahead. Meanwhile, Shiz looks on as his only true friend is being carried off by an opportunistic sicko. He raises his hand in righteous fury and tosses a coconut at the guy's head. And then they're both back home without a hitch.
Don't give up hope, Shiz. After all, Clive did find those croutons. That could mean there is another Sizzagee.
I suppose.
And you've been invited to spring training with the Yankees.
Get serious. Steinbrenner?
I didn't get that joke when I was 11, and I spent the last 13 years watching nothing but movies and cartoons, so...
Well, you still have me.
Yeah. But I'm still extinct, and I don't like it.
I know, buddy. I know.
Welcome, Glamours.
What? That's it? It just ends? That wasn't funny. And were they going for a touching ending? Because that's not how it translates. The way they both acted reminds me more of the ending to Let Me In. But at least in that movie, the kid is stuck with a badass Cleo Mort's vampire instead of a rejected Digimon. Okay, final thoughts. This is not god-awful atrocious, although the photographic backgrounds are kind of obnoxious. No, the cartoon's greatest weakness is that it's dull. Using gimmicks like wacky animal sidekicks and new CGI technology is a crutch. But I won't lie to you and tell you that I wasn't impressed by this as a kid. I mean, because it was cool looking CGI. Even though the story wasn't very creative.
Okay, instead of aliens, we'll write endangered species. And we'll just replace cats with Caesar salad. Perfection. May have to work on that name, though.
Hello? Yoshi's? Is it Yoshi's or is it I don't know what they have at Yoshi's. We've never been to a Yoshi's. Oh yeah, I'll take the beef.